Hey guys, and welcome to the start of what I hope will be a new monthly video series. Today is going to be the first installment in what I am calling my monthly yaoi recommendations, in which, as a self-proclaimed fujoshi, I'm going to be giving you a rundown of my favourite yaoi and BL, whether it's manga, anime, video games, or whatever. And hopefully each month I will have a recommendation for you. So for my first ever yaoi recommendation, I'm going to be talking about the works of Yoneda Kou. I first picked up this mangaka's work back in mid-2016, so I'm fairly new to her stuff, but so far, after buying and binging as much as I could find, I've loved every single piece of her work I've come across. The first manga I picked up by her was Nights, and I just bought it on a whim since it had been a while since I bought any manga and I was in that fujoshi needs yaoi kind of mindset. The thing that struck me about her work when I first started reading it was how vastly different it was to pretty much any other yaoi manga I'd been able to pick up while in the UK. For the most part, it is absolutely not cutesy or fluffy or kawaii. It has its moments, but it's pretty adult, and the themes and stories set up for the various sexual encounters are all wildly different from the usual cute schoolboy crushes that tend to permeate most of the yaoi available in the West. A bunch of them tend to have pretty dark themes. A lot of them branch over into the crime genre, and the stories and situations in each of the separate stories within the volume just felt really fresh and interesting. The basic plot of the main story from Nights is a smuggler who is hired to transport weapons by a gang member, which is way different and so much cooler than your standard BL. I mean, don't get me wrong, I still love the vanilla everyday life sort of stories, but sometimes it's just so refreshing to find a story that just completely abandons the common ground for stuff like this and just throws in a ton of really interesting exposition and different original narratives. Since it is all yaoi, you can still pick up on a lot of the usual tropes, and it doesn't defy or redefine the genre or anything, but it's just nice to have something that really stands out from most of the other stuff available to you. Yakuza themed yaoi has always been pretty popular, but she always adds some sort of unique twist, and a lot of her characters in one way or another tend to subvert the classic bad boy Yakuza type stereotype character that is popular in most yaoi. The next Yoneda Kou work I picked up was Saizu Tori ha Habata Kanai, or in English, Twittering Birds Never Fly, which I'm gonna go out on a limb and say is probably her most popular work. I think so far there are 3 volumes. I haven't yet read the 3rd volume, but this is a no spoilers review, so don't worry. Again, this one has a lot of plot that strays into crime and gang, and it definitely has the darkest themes out of all of her works that I've read so far. It is about a sexually masochistic Yakuza boss, who is actually one of the weirdest and most unique characters I've come across in all of my yaoi forays so far. Now, I will throw out a warning that Saizuru Toriha Habatakanai does contain a lot of pretty dark themes, and as fair warning, there are some depictions of rape and abuse in here, so for anyone who wants to avoid that, there is your warning. So Yoneda's work isn't all dark crime thrillers. There is a portion of it that is sweet and sad and romantic and much more grounded in everyday life. Soredemo Yasashi Koi wo Suru, or English title Even So I Will Love You Tenderly, is an office romance between 2 businessmen, which, yes, I will admit I totally do have a thing for that. So if you're looking for a bit more of an honest adult yaoi, then I would totally recommend this one. She has done a lot more than just the titles that I have just mentioned, and even though most of her stuff is based around adult characters, she does have the odd schoolboy romance here and there. Yoneda's art style is also pretty recognisable. It sort of sits on the boundary of that classic yaoi style and then also a more realistic manga. Thankfully, since it's definitely worth mentioning, she has a good grasp on anatomy, and I don't recall any instances of the infamous yaoi hands or anything like that in any of her works. So if you're picky about art, you should be safe with this one. In all, I think Yoneda Kou's work covers a pretty wide range of tastes. Whether you're looking for fluff, or unrequited love, or gangsters getting roared, there's something for everyone. Personally, I think so far, Yoneda Kou is one of my favourite, if not my favourite, yaoi mangaka. Out of all the works I've read, I think hers ticks the most boxes for me, and so that's why I'm starting off strong with her work as my first yaoi recommendation to you all. So guys, that about wraps up this video. As always, I hope you enjoyed. Please remember to leave a like, comment or favourite if you did. Let me know what you thought in the comment section down below, and stay tuned for next month when I will hopefully be bringing you more yaoi goodness. Remember to check out the rest of my channel for more stuff like this, subscribe to see more videos like this in the future, and I will see you guys in the next video. Bye!